So yeah, this one called Healthy Drinks. And exactly now it says 0 people watching. So you mean to tell me someone be chiming in like every time? Because even when I'm done, it be saying watch time. It be saying watch time. It be saying watch time. Like I mean, so a lot of the time. So I'm like, who the heck is watching like every day upload I do? And like from the beginning, like you know what I'm saying, like even right now. Welcome, viewer, welcome. Welcome, viewer, welcome. It's true. But now this one's called Healthy Drinks though. Just because but when I upload this like as a what's it called? A playback kind of you can watch the playback. Then the other videos will be already uploaded talking about different stuff. Like the spirit cigarettes and stuff. The spirits, different stuff like that, even the wine, but so I'm just kinda what I realized was kind of jump right into it. I realized really if I chose one thing, kind of just be more patient and stuff like that with it. So kind of just goes back to the CMOS kind of revolution or revelation, whatever you want to call it, but pretty much how the CMOS thing worked. I told you I drank. I was doing the CMOS, and I realized I didn't really have the craving for alcohol. So I just kind of happened to not drink for about 4 days. And this is kind of a recap to get to more of where I'm getting to. But let me actually play some music in the background. Say just a second, just a second. Man, it is. I like that a lot better. Put that right there. That's the right volume, but yeah, with the CMOS. So the first craving to go was the alcohol. And so what I'm saying was I was still smoking cigars. I was being honest, smoking trees too. You know what I mean, smoking trees. Probably the CBD. But the first thing I was like, let me work on replacing the money I would just solely use just for the liquor and get the CBD because I really wanted the CBD. So the whole thing of being patient, even to myself, whatever, with like the process and everything. I just decided like this cigar right here, you got the challenge back to the 173 box, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna actually look at this and see what it says. Predominantly natural tobacco with non-tobacco ingredients added. So that would kind of make sense with the because it's great too. But so yeah, just kind of basically just cause like I would think more so like the last two, not the last two, but two recent streams I was, you know saying I was, but I still do want to post the PayPal links and stuff and all that stuff. I mean, but I was more so kind of like them saying like, what I want to more so do is like do stuff that I can just do by myself though. I mean, like I said, like afford with no help at all. I mean, like, but the donation stuff, much obliged. I mean, much appreciated. But I don't want to have to rely on stuff like that. I mean, or like Patreon, something like that. So, in order to just do what I basically, I'm saying, like, would do anyway, just this different kind of stuff, like probably minus, like I'm probably not gonna necessarily get the hemp cigarettes or like that, but I definitely want to incorporate the, the hemp. I mean, so and like I like the. So I'm even work on getting these. You know what I'm saying, like switching up, going back to the blunts, like kind of how I started in my smoking journey. I used to not even know how to roll joints for so long. I mean, so I'm kind of just figuring stuff out a little bit, but it even happened like a year ago. You can look like a year plus. It was like last November, 2018, like November. Around that time, I think I was like made a few videos, but at least one video was just like, yeah, like I'm working on implementing more just kind of exploring different drinks. I mean, the different and basically healthy drinks. And this is a nice ass. Um, the font is nice as heck, and I'm grateful. I kind of have experience with it a little bit, but I'm even learning a lot how to work with it. Like um, even just over the past few days, to really get the best out of the font. I want to tie all this together, and I want to make it kind of a shorter video. But it ain't gonna be no 15 minutes. I was thinking like 15 minutes to an hour, but it's gonna be longer than 15 minutes. It's probably gonna be close to an hour. I'm gonna try to work on keeping it close to a solid hour. I mean, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but around an hour. Like I said, we're gonna play it by ear, so I do want to get certain points. So back to the whole CMOS thing. I kind of realized like when I was using the CMOS, after a few days, I was like, damn, I ain't drink nothing. And like I was kind of alluding to the wine, the two recent uploads or two recent streams, whatever. But even that, it's not so much the wine being the issue, but it's just more so the wine taken away from the more healthier options. And kind of just overdoing the wine. That's what some of the girls are like. You know what I'm saying? If you drink, you know what I'm saying? Best to drink red wine, but also she kind of knows how to drink more moderately. I mean, I got an issue with drinking moderately. I mean, doing shit in moderation. So even like as you can see, I was like I mixed the wine with the water. So that's like an example of the wine kind of taken away from the healthy drinks. I mean, I was mixing it with water, so that's kind of it's good, but at the same time, what I realized was I was like, I pretty much used all my water, so I didn't have no water. I was even saying that in the stream. I think that was like the one that cut off, like, but still. And then just I'm saying, just even just like feeling less confident. I mean, like just subtle things like that, just in certain abilities of mine. So I think the one thing that I'm gonna like work on sticking with, like even with the food, I might kind of just not even be too strict with that necessarily. Like I always very health conscious, so I'm more gonna be improving with that, but still kind of not really worrying about that too much. The thing I'm like, if I would just choose one thing to really cut out and really just like I said, like when you cut out something, replace it with something. So I can easily just say I'm saying like just because the healthy drinks are extremely even just the water alone, and then just the healthy drinks. I mean, they are very fulfilling and like so. Yeah, the thing with the cigars is, but also that's the thing too. Like it's like more so like with the cigars. Like I was saying, like with the cigars, I went 4 days without drinking alcohol before I even said, let me put the cigars down. Not put the trees down too, but what I noticed was even smoking the cigars, smoking the trees kind of got a certain effect to them too. And even minus the alcohol, because the alcohol I'm more like I'm more all over the place, but I'm kind of like more so to it. But when I smoke the trees and not the alcohol, kind of like more like it takes me a little bit to do things. It takes me a little. It takes me like I'm like damn. I'm like I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like that. But even with that though, it's way better than I never knew this because I never really stopped drinking. When I did stop drinking, I realized like even just my mom's, we don't really agree on so much, but we definitely could agree on that. Like yeah, it was just a lot better. I mean, the more sober minded type shit. And then even with the wine, it's grapes, but like I said, you overdo it, it ain't that good. Cause I kind of felt like a little somewhat of a hangover today, shoot. And then just even just last night, it wasn't like man, this wasn't really in my zone like I know I can be. And I did kind of want to talk about just kind of the channel as well, kind of change the subject a little bit. But I will just say this too: the CBD alone, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to do it because if I get, like I said, like the CBD cigarettes are $15 per 20 per pack, like per 20 for a 20 pack. I mean, as opposed to 173 for a 20 pack. And just the like, I just like to smoke and even just like I like the cigars and the cigarettes kind of like how you hold them. It's a little different than like the joints, the blunts, or whatever. And also just you don't got to roll them up. You just smoke one, and you know what I'm saying I like to kind of just be able to just pull it out and smoke it. So that was one thing that like I kept wanting to have like something like a cigarette or a cigar, like kind of feel to it. But the good thing about that is it's still like it's still a lot. It's still just a lot more clear-minded. Even like with the trees, it's just a lot more clear-minded. And the alcohol is the definite like you know what I'm saying, like changing factor whether you do it or not. I mean, so it's like I'd rather just not do it. I mean, and like I said on the song, it also promised me I'm smoking and drink. I really ain't even when I wasn't um drinking alcohol, I ain't really slow down on the drinking. You know what I'm saying? I was just drinking different drinks, just healthier drinks, even just mere water. I mean, you're drinking more straight water, and then I mean implementing the like you know what I'm saying, the green drinks and all that too, stuff like that. The teas and all that. So there's different drinks. So yeah, I still felt like I'm saying a drinker. I mean, like it was just more healthy drinks. So now to the whole thing with the channel, which I know I was kind of like damn being hard headed a little bit because I was like, dang, it's like some silly shit, like because I was a little bit like upset. I was like, dang, I seen I got a strike on my channel, which is the second strike, and I was like, I even have a thing on my calendar on my phone, and I said it like about 3 months ago because I got my first strike about 3 months ago. Which when I looked at the second strike, they said your first strike is expiring. Um, so the strike was gonna be removed, the first strike. And I got the second strike December 10th. And they said the second strike, and they said the first strike was gonna be expired December 12th. I got on my phone, like pretty much don't post no videos on YouTube. Just to be on the safe side, you feel me, like until December 14th. So when I noticed I got a strike, I was like, dang. I was like, shit. But then I noticed, I went to the thing, see what it was, because even the first strike was like, I ain't gonna say bullshit, because both of them are actually they're understandable. But when I got the first strike, I didn't know how to appeal it, because I really say nothing about it. When I first got it, I was like gonna say something about it, and I couldn't. I didn't know how to do it because like you don't have the same functions on the phone as you do on like on a computer or laptop. So on like the laptop, it's easy to type to it. It's just easy to appeal it. So I seen that when I had the second strike because I seen it on a laptop, so there's a lot more details on that. So, but they're both. Even the second one, like I said, I was thinking like, damn, just for a second because I checked it like immediately, but I was just thinking for a second like, dang, it might be something like I'm saying like, dang, like something recent, but this shit is something like it was talking about like I got a warning for it like in March, so that's like 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like a warning. I haven't seen the warning, but you know what I'm saying? Like, sure. And then I noticed I seen what it was because the video was removed. So I couldn't even watch the video, but I just what the reason was for. It was like what the reason was for is like I think it's called like it was like questionable for like spam or whatever it's called. I think it's called spam. But it just the mere I don't even know if it was the description. I seen the description too. You pretty much see like at least the first part of the description. So which is the title and the description. So I can actually understand why, and I probably even posted it like at a certain time, which would I can understand. It's very understandable, but it's also I can appeal it super easy. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it actually clears and stuff and gets removed, it's like the explanations to both of them. I'm talking about both of the strikes are very, very clear. I mean, just like like the first one, I was just like, I'm not gonna do that no more because it makes a lot of sense, but it's just like what I was doing. Like, I'll even explain that one. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, I explain that one like what actually happened. Like, I was just so I was in, it was earlier in the year, so like it was still more warmer out, so I had shorts on, like the basketball shorts on, and I was just wearing them like normal, but you know what I mean? Just like, and even just like if I wasn't, because I never even really brought the screen down there like that, because it was around the time like I like kind of like first was um, around the time I first introduced like the hemp and everything, so I was just like rolling it up, and I was making like I still got the how to roll like tutorials kind of thing, but it was like along those lines, like just showing like how to roll, something like that. It was like just I was just rolling and just showing. I don't know if it was like how to roll video, but it was like I was just showing some. The screen was just like down. I mean like down like so you can see it down here. So basically, what the strike was for, it was like I don't know how they worded it, but like pornographic and nudity stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So thankfully, because I couldn't, for some reason, you can't really see like you can't see the video when you get the strike. But thankfully, I might have deleted it, but I ain't deleted it totally. But thankfully, I had the video still. I knew which one it was still on like the iPad. I mean, so I was able to see it, and then I was like, oh, okay, I see what happened. But it was basically just how my shorts were. I mean, and then just how it was down like that. I mean, but I wasn't focusing on. I wasn't focusing on my pubic region. If you want, I was focused more so on like the um the flowers. I mean, like how to roll. I mean, like so yeah, just on that process. So that's how I can appeal that one. I wanted to appeal them, but then I think it was like yesterday, like 2 days ago. I was actually writing like to appeal the first one because I was like, okay, let me just appeal this one. But then at the same time, I was like, dang, like I don't know, just I'm not like the best professional writer. I'm gifted in writing, but I'm not the best professional writer. So I'm like, I don't really feel like trying to write this all professional and shit. Because one time I had to appeal the shit, so I actually got the shit. I got the shit. Like I had the whole channel taken down. I mean, but then I appealed the shit. Like I figured that shit out. I mean, it was a little like I do a few things, call a few people and everything, but I figured that shit out. And I was like, let me just appeal it. So I got the channel back. So I was super grateful for that. And that kind of just happened like out of nowhere, but I definitely appealed the shit, and I got the channel back. So that was good. But also, it's like, dang, like even just like the other day or whatever, when I was appealing this one, I was like, for one, I just didn't really feel like trying to figure out how to write the shit. And then I just kind of didn't want to mention, like, I just didn't want to mention just like the whole thing about rolling. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to mention it. I just didn't feel like mentioning it. And then I don't want to come off as like begging in a sense. I mean, so it's the whole vibe of it. So I just gotta have a certain mindset going into it. Like, just kind of do it for that reason. Just do it kind of like just to keep the shit going. I mean, so kind of humbling myself a little bit, and then just also just having just that certain mindset of like, I don't know about doing what you gotta do, but something like that. Just to put it simple, just do what you gotta do. Keep shit rolling. And to keep like the main channel rolling, you know what I mean? So that was that one. And the funny thing is, I was a little bit like, dang, I told the girl I'm just a little fed up. I was like, dang, that's a little crazy. Like, really, I got this. I got the second strike, the 10th of December. And the first strike was actually expiring in like 2 days, less than 48 hours. I mean, so I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know if it's like after like today basically the first strike is gone, so I basically just have one strike, which would be cool. But if I still have like two strikes, whatever, just because they kind of happened, they kind of overlapped. I'll definitely appeal it. But and honestly, I'm even appeal the second one, because that one was even the whole spam thing. It makes sense, but it's a very easy explanation. And it's even, I'm gonna be honest, it's even clear to YouTube. I mean, so I am. But that one I just more so just didn't want to say it. I mean, but it's super clear. I just didn't want to bring it up. I mean, but it's like, yo. So that's all I really wanted to say. So if anything, put the PayPal link. I mean, not even the link, but you know how to do it. PayPal.me/Wisdom Lord. Boom. And I will put the Patreon just because it's kind of my heart to do so. I don't know why, but I'm gonna just go with the gut. Go how kind of God's kind of guiding my heart to do. Patreon. And like I said, I'm highly likely I'm gonna work on getting to the other videos, to the other live streams, and making them public. I just kind of like to do how I always do with the videos, and actually like the one I posted, the mellow session. I was like, let me watch it first, but I was like, shoot, bump watching it first. Let me just, because I kept like getting distracted. So let me just post the shit public. Like that's how, like, if I made like a 10-minute video or something like that, I would post the shit public. Like, even if it's in the middle of it, but then I would just watch the whole thing. But it was just easier because it was like only like 10 or less than, it was either like 10 or less than 10 minutes. So it was just more quick. But I just said, let me just post the shit public, and then that'll just more so be more of an incentive to actually watch the shit in totality and stop like, you know what I'm saying, like, stop fucking around. I mean, so that's what happened. Posted the shit and took a few breaks, but pretty much watched the shit. I mean, in the same day. You know what I mean? So it worked out real good. So that's what I'm gonna do with the moving on to the second one too. And just flowing with it. Cause that's the thing. If I got strikes for like more sort of content, it'll be more like, okay, like either move different or just like, you know what I'm saying, like, dang, like I just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just like, I don't even want to do it no more. But if it's something like, if it's like simple stuff like, you know what I'm saying, like, Yeah. Because even the other one, like the other one, the one about the nudie and shit, one about the nudie, that one, I can't really be, it can't really be posted because I understand what I see what you're talking about. But at least I can get the strike removed. And then with the first one, or with the second one, which actually I posted that video way before I posted it, but I got it second. But I'm thinking they might be able to repost that shit. Just, you know what I'm saying, keep that shit up. But if not, it's cool too. But yeah, because I think that just had to do with the title. And maybe the time too. Like I actually, it's basically the title. I'm pretty sure I posted it like, and the title was like the title basically was time. I mean, it was time, and I think I posted it. So like if it was like, okay, right now pretty much it's, say it's 3:54. I made the title 3:54. I mean, it was a different time, but I made the title 3:54. But it was more so just a special time to me. I mean, like, so that was the reason why I did that. It wouldn't be just a random time. It was like, it was actually a time that's more so special to me. I mean, so that's why I did that. And then the description was like hard eyes. I mean, like, you know, like the face with the hearts and eyes. I mean, so that's basically it though. So really excited to be making these streams. In a sense, it seemed like, I'm saying, just like I'm just able to make longer videos. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. I mean, and then you'll see like in the upcoming ones that are gonna be like playback, publicly playbackable. Mm, I definitely want to watch them and see if they're public friendly, just to make sure about that too. But then, like as you see, I put the in the chat just the PayPal link, the Patreon link, but also like, well, yeah, once this is put up, the other ones will already be up. But yeah, just putting like the names of the songs as I'm playing them, and then certain stuff like that, like stuff I'm talking about, like I mentioned someone, um, just kind of writing certain stuff that I'm talking about to put it in writing as well, so you don't gotta listen like I like to try to rewind it and try to catch it or something like that. If it's something like a key thing or something like that. Basically, like I said though, the PayPal link and stuff like that, more so just for the support. I mean, um, just to show the support, but the likes are appreciated, all that stuff. However it happens. It don't gotta be money, but you know what I'm saying. If you can give the money, that'd be cool too. And much appreciated. I said much appreciated. But I actually understand when they say like, I'm saying like not doing it for money. I mean, so it's an interesting thing because I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it for money. Like I'm saying like I don't want to say it's a way to make a living, but just in simple terms, you know what I'm saying, a way to come, provide. Um, I don't know if the word's provide for myself, but even just to be more self-sustainable. Like you know what I'm saying, and then extending from that. Just go to even like I'm pretty sure it's in the about section of the page. Like provide for, you know what I'm saying. The shorty, I am saying want my life, and then just I want, I ain't gonna say how many, but I want some kids. You know what I mean? So provide for little ones too. So yeah, but forcing in it. Just, you know what I'm saying, just like I ain't trying to force it, but just like really, I just see this as just putting in the work. So yeah, like my whole thing with it is just like my throat might be sensitive right now, but yo, I put the straight CBD in there. I might have to start mixing it with something like you know what I'm saying. I got all this shit to mix it with. Like all the herbs and shit like the rose petals and all that, um, passion flower, all that. The other one, the golden seal. So I might just I might have to start mixing that shit with that. But it was smoking good earlier though. It wasn't too strong, so who knows? But I like it just the straight. I like this right here, the motherfucking the Fanta in in the straight CBD. Just like the I just like something about it. But I was going somewhere with that, but I started to get where I was going with that. So, but I can't think of where I was going with that. I'm just end it pretty soon. And either way, I was coming to a closing anyway. So I definitely got a lot more music to share. Even mine, but we're just gonna get that. We're gonna get to that in a totally different time. But yeah, the music video, I'm excited. I'm really excited to even just watch myself. I'm thinking it's extremely shareable. So I'm excited for that. And I'm pretty sure those two. I'm even just excited for the next one. The next one I'm gonna post up because like the mellow session one. Um, I was talking pretty quiet, so I was just kind of. I'm just excited to kind of see the first live stream on this channel when I'm actually talking, like, you know what I'm saying, like more like normal tone. Even this one's kind of quiet, but I'm not like I'm not like what's called intentionally like being like extra quiet. Especially my voice. So I really like the mellow. I'm about to say I keep want to say mellow mood, but the mellow session one, mellow mood one. The mellow kind of one. And I was also playing the music like more like a normal kind of sound, like a normal kind of level. So that was cool too. It was real cool. I'm really excited to see the next one. And for some reason, I'm really enjoying this shit because I got other shit I need to do. That's like a lot more time sensitive. I mean, I really want to get to, and I can do it. I can do it pretty quick, but I just kind of want to just do it just to just so it's done. So I don't have to really think about it. Think about doing it. But I'm about to end this one, and I might come back with a. I kind of want to come back with the whole what's that called? I made one called I think seduction course, not seduction club, but seduction course. But that one cut off before I got to do anything. At least like you know what I'm saying, like because that one I plan to do. I plan to play some. I think it's Robert Greene. I be want to say Robert Greer. I think it's Robert Greene. But you know what I'm saying? The art of seduction. That was what I like turned. That was what I actually started. That was what I started watching like literally for breaking that shit down, just because I think it was like it just tied into something I was really thinking like with the gurlgurl specifically and how her it just reminded me of her seduction type. So I was kind of gonna play a few things with that. So I'm kind of, but I kind of wanted to like I might post that one. So it's kind of cool. So I might just name it like part two or something like that. But as I got into it, I was kind of like, dang, I'm about to just switch it up because I didn't really feel like listening to the art seduction type shit. So I was just about to play more so like sensual songs. I'm about to say like I was gonna put it I wasn't gonna put it sensual, but I was gonna say like you know what I'm saying like sexual, like super sexual song. But the only thing about super sexual, it ain't the whole thing ain't be super sexual. But even just like, I mean, you can't be super sexual on YouTube. But the thing why it'd be cool to do it because like all the songs are coming from YouTube. They're like on YouTube, so I clearly know it's not too sexual for YouTube. I mean, so it's not like that kind of sexual. But but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to use a different word. It's like sexual, but it's more like I could even use. I don't think the word was sensual, but that's one word I could use. More like you know what I'm saying, just more like yeah, I was gonna. That's what word because the word. I was just gonna name the. Was just gonna name the. Just gonna name the video seduction, but I wanted two word titles. I named it seduction course. You know what I mean? So it's more like yeah. I was gonna instead of using the word sexual, I was gonna use the word. Like I'm saying, more like seductive songs. I mean, like more like seductive. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that though. But also, I kind of wanted to do it at that time because it was like I had the lights low the whole time. I was planning to have the lights low the whole time, so it was just like more like a seductive kind of smart. That's how I was feeling. Like even just I was even kind of building the tension up and all. I mean, like I wasn't even gonna get into like the like kind of material, like you know what I'm saying, like the excerpts and all the audio excerpts and all that until like an hour in. So I was taking my time on it too, kind of like a seduction, kind of like a seductive type of vibe to that too. It's kind of building the tension, just building the anticipation and all that. But I ain't got that kind of time right now, so I kind of don't want to do it. But at the same time, I kind of just want to say bump the dim light, just kind of play the tracks because I ain't played none of the tracks in like the second live stream I'm gonna post. I ain't played none of them kind of tracks, so I wanted to play more so like those kind of tracks. So I might just kind of do like a seduction type thing. Right after this one, we'll kind of just jump right into it. Not make it so elongated, but also not, but also make it as long as it needs to be, but just not try to kind of, I wouldn't say drag it out, but just kind of not try to, you know what I'm saying, just kind of implement the implement the audio excerpts of songs and all that, just from basically from the get go, basically from jump. I mean, basically from the start, and probably talk a little bit in between the songs, and then also what's called. I can see myself definitely more so like breaking down the the art of seduction kind of excerpts. But I was also saying I might make that Patreon because I kind of did want to. I don't have to, but it'll just be more like it'll be more like I want to say genuine, but even more genuine, just kind of make it like more specific. I mean, and I'm gonna be out with that and just see if I'm gonna jump right into it or just kind of because I probably won't jump right into it, but I probably cause I just kind of want to. So I might jump right into it, but if not, I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna get to it. I mean, I'm gonna at least get to it. At least make that kind of like on my to do list. But I kind of just want to jump right into it. But I'm at least kind of do something real quick before a few things maybe before. So this one I'm gonna kind of end it off. Yeah, it's alright. Stay up. Come on.